Welcome to the 90% challenge results. Last week, it got up into the 90s most of the week. So the squash isn't doing very good. The arugula is just going wild, where it's going to probably bolt soon, which then it won't be any good. I'll have to just pick it all and put it in the compost. But that's not the only challenge that I have this week. Today, you'll find out my other challenges, my March results. Did I make it? I haven't counted yet, but we will find that out later on. Then we'll have a fresh start for April. Then after that, you'll see what I picked this week, what's almost ready to pick. Then we'll go through what I have left in the inventory for the month of April. At the end of the video, you'll see how I turned the arugula into a pesto. If I wait too long to pick the arugula, it will not taste quite as good, and it'll also bolt before I know it. I do have more than I can eat though, so I'll be making pesto. The corn looks just beautiful from far away, but if you look closer, it does have some damage from cornworms. And in the next few pictures, you will see what that damage is and how to recognize it. This is what you'll see. It'll be some debris on the leaves. And this is what the little guy looks like that's doing all the destruction. I caught most of them. I picked them off myself. But as big as this one is, it probably is going to reduce my corn crop. I don't know about you, but this 90-day challenge is really eye-opening because each week seems to bring new problems. And I never realized how many problems I face when I'm trying to grow my own food. So now we're ready to count. These are what I ate out of the garden, and this is what I ate from the grocery store. Well, I've emptied the jars for April, and the results were shocking. I only ate 58% of my produce from the garden this month, or in March. So that's something I'll have to work on more if I ever want to reach this 90% goal. I think my main problems are that I eat a salad every day for lunch. And the problem is I like berries in my salad and I don't have any. So I've been using a lot of store-bought produce for my salad every day. And the other problems, of course, have been the onions and potatoes. But now we're getting more onions, and I have loads of potatoes. So I'm hoping for April, I'll do a lot better. So next, I'm going to show you what I picked, and then I'll also show you what's ready to pick. And then we'll take a look at the inventory in the freezer and what I've still got canned. These are some of the things I harvested over the weekend. It was a lot of produce. Next, this is what I'm going to be able to harvest this week. It's not very much this week, so I'll have to use some of my inventory. Now for the inventory. I have green beans and tomatoes. So now we're going to go to the freezer. I've still got plenty of fruit and a lot of things from last month, although I had to use some. But I also added some potatoes, and I'll be adding some pesto as well. So I've got quite a bit to choose from. Now we're in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how I make my pesto out of arugula. So I've got a Meyer lemon. This is a really neat gadget. You just put the lemon in. You can find out the tools that I use for cooking at the link in the description. But it's really neat. Whoops, I do have it in the wrong way though. It goes in like this. And then you just squeeze it and the juice comes out. This is a Meyer lemon. It's from one of my friends because mine isn't producing yet. So we're going to add the lemon juice to the food processor, some walnuts, and some minced garlic. This is just store-bought. Now we're going to pulse this for about 10 times until it's coarsely chopped. You just pulse it 8 to 10 times. Now it's ready to add the arugula leaves. I've already washed them. So you add a couple of cups to this and then you pulse it again. The arugula should look like this. It's kind of coarsely chopped, but it's all broken down. Now it's time to add the olive oil. I just mix it all around. Next, we're going to add in the Parmesan. Now I'm going to freeze this. I put it in ice cube trays and then let it freeze. Once it's frozen, then I transfer it to plastic bags. And if you like this video, please subscribe. Tomorrow, I'll be showing you a recipe that I'm making with the rest of the arugula. So be sure you hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for next week to see what happens with the 90% challenge.